Hello and welcome back. Well, last week the newspapers were full of a story about a man who was obsessed with another woman, except she was made out of cardboard. His name is Drew Cameron and he is here to explain his very strange obsession. Drew, thank you very much indeed for coming in.
It's a pleasure. This is Jerry.
You've brought Jerry with you. This,
yeah.
We have to say, is your latest
That's right.
obsession.
She's a little bit, it's early in the morning, she's a little bit frayed around the edges, as you can see. In fact, she got her foot caught in the train door this morning.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and the train guard wasn't very happy.
But I think she's looking very gorgeous. She was wearing the dress that obviously she was wearing at the Brit Awards.
Yeah, yeah. She's my little atom bomb, because she suffers from fallout now and again.
Drew, this is a very strange obsession. Can you please explain?
Well, it's very difficult, really, because we bumped into one another, and she was looking very bored at the time, cardboard, and you know, we just sort of fell for one another. We just had this thing together, and it started very cool at the moment, but it's really got hotted up now. We're sort of like a doubles act, really.
Are you?
Yeah, we sort of really get on well together.
And have you always had an obsession with Jerry, or was it just this particular cardboard Jerry that you clicked with?
It was platonic to start with, but then this particular one really popped out at me, and it really grew from there. In fact, I'm planning to get another 2 so I can have a Jerry hat-tricks. That's my plan.
Right, I think we should start counting the puns, don't you?
I didn't make any, did I? Sorry.
Do you listen to Spice Girls music in general then? Is this partly where this all originated from?
It was just subliminal, really. I mean, this is sort of more personal than the music.
All right, well, obviously you explained that it was a very platonic relationship to start with, but please can you tell us about your very special meeting point? Where did you find her? Yeah.
I found her
in your eyes meet?
In a shop window. Our eyes met. And I thought, this would be a great double act. In fact, my wife actually said, well, all right then, if it's so great, she can sing Swanee River and you can jump in. And that's what I've done, really, gone straight in there. And I took her to the swimming pool the other day, and we tried to get in, but the manager said, excuse me, I don't think we want that in our swimming pool. Thank you, excellent. And chucks it out.
Right, so you take her,
and we took her home.
everywhere?
And she goes in the garden, and we go to the pub.
Right.
Got a great hit in the pub because she does her impressions in the pub.
So what impressions does
well, she's quite
Jerry
clever, really,
Spice
because
do?
If she just sticks a wig on like that, you see, she's a dead ringer for Betty from Emmerdale Farm, you see.
Oh, I see.
And everyone likes her, and then sort of I come along afterwards.
Oh, she's falling over. She's not that keen on that,
and we
that
say,
outfit.
Oh, hello, Betty. Oh, you know, hello. Oh, I was doing Ian McGaskill then. You know. And that's how it goes on, you see.
And does she speak?
Yeah, she speaks. She does a wonderful Boise, actually.
Go on then.
Yeah. Joe, you don't mind? I don't believe you, Del Boy! And then, you know, after that, of course, I do the old Uncle Albert, which I'll put this on.
Right.
And she slides on the floor, and I go, go in the water. Like that.
Right.
And it goes down a treat, as you can imagine.
How have your friends reacted to this? You say that Jerry goes down the pub with you. What do they think about it?
Strangely enough, they don't quite connect with it.
No?
No, they
not very
they
good
don't.
conversation starter.
No, I mean, there's one old geezer in the pub that gets quite upset. He goes, what in the name of sanity is going on? I do not believe it. And we'll just ignore him.
Right, and what about your wife? Because you've been married for 25 years, and I understand she's getting a bit bored of it, if nothing else. That was my pun, by the way.
Oh, right, yes.
Yeah. So how does it go down in your relationship? Because we saw pictures in the newspapers of you in bed with your wife. I mean, you know, a bit of a menage a trois going on.
Well, she said she thinks I should change my name to Tom, and then we can become Tom and Jerry, because she's really fed up with it. We make quite a noise in the bedroom, actually, because we practice our river dance in there.
Right. Is it slightly odd at your age to be doing this?
To be what?
Well, so obsessed with such a lifeless form.
No, I don't think so. I think she's a lifeless form.
Lifeless form. I don't want to offend you, but actually we do have your wife
People
on
talk
the
to
line.
their cars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right.
do you?
No, I don't, actually. But we have your wife, Sheila, on the line. Sheila, thank you very much indeed for joining us. You're not well today, I understand.
Oh, no. Not a well person.
I hope you feel better, but otherwise you would have come into the studio, wouldn't you?
I would indeed, yes.
Sheila, an odd couple you're living with.
Yes, he actually now has got another one as well.
And what's that?
So another Jerry.
Right.
Yes, she's keeping me company at the moment.
Oh, I see. So are you slightly obsessed by Jerry Spice, otherwise known as Ginga Spice?
No, I'm thinking that she might be my meal ticket. because he's been offered summer shows and stuff up and down the country. So I'm thinking I'll hang on in there. I mean, in the paper it was she goes or I go, but I'm not so sure now. You know, it might be my meal ticket to, I don't know, Bahamas or something.
Well, Sheila, in the newspapers there were pictures of you in bed with Jerry and your husband.
I know.
A strange menage a trois, I think.
Absolutely, yes, very much so. But he's always been very quirky, very zany, you see. And I've known him such a long time.
And has he got any other obsessions, strange activities that he gets on with, or is it just this?
No, this is the strangest, I have to say.
This is the strangest.
Yeah, it is.
Sheila, do you ever feel that you might give your husband an ultimatum, or are you just prepared to put up with this for as long as it takes?
I think I'll put up with it all the time. That it's sort of working in my favour, you know. I think that's good. That's okay. But if it got completely obsessive, then I would have to say something, wouldn't I? I mean, taking her out the pubs, you know, quite obsessive, really, isn't it?
Well, Sheila, there was a story in the paper also that you were actually left at home because there wasn't enough space in the car.
In the car,
for you
absolutely,
because
yes.
Ginga Spice was had the front seat.
Well, that's right. And what happens when he takes both of them?
What do your kids think about this, Sheila?
Well, one's old enough now, away from home, but the other, no, he's pretty sane, actually, our son, about it, believe it or not. He lives with his dad, and he's pretty sane about the whole thing.
Right, Sheila.
Strange.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. I hope you feel better, Sheila. So, are there impressions that Jerry does?
Well, I was just going to say about my wife, I can tell you why she's a little bit upset, because it's not just I have been unfaithful once before to her, to Mr. Bean's Teddy.
Well, hello. Would you like to see Teddy?
And that died pretty soon because she wasn't happy with that. And then Jerry came along, and she's been there ever since, really.
Drew, can I just ask you one last question? Do you think this is just a phase that you're going through, or, I mean, a midlife crisis at all, or are you going to get better?
I'm not going to get better.
This is it. This is your life forever on.
I think it's a very sad life.
Your wife and your kids are going to have to get used to you and Ginga Spice forever.
I think it'll fall apart eventually.
Okay, all right. Drew, thank you very much indeed for coming
my pleasure.
in. And Jerry, thank you very much indeed. Now, I understand Matthew in London is joining us to answer the question to win loads of Viennetta ice cream, and I'm hoping that if you win, Matthew, you might give me a bit. Hello, Matthew.
Hi, Natasha.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your answer to the burning question then? What was your worst holiday?
My worst holiday was I went to Crete about 3 years ago.